Good afternoon, dear students. How are you? Today we are going to start a new lesson that is 4.2 Unki Munki Timponti. Please listen to it carefully. It will be a fantastic birthday this year, I said in a mocking tone. All I will get is a pair of shoes and a handed knit pullover. I had asked for a table tennis set, but my mother said it is totally out of question this year. So see, the poet is telling that it is going to be his birthday, and he wanted a table tennis set, but all he will get is a pair of shoes. So he wanted a table tennis set, but his mother said that is totally out of question this year. Means they might be having a financial problem this year, so they won't get a table tennis for his son. So now my friend Mark, the poet's friend, that is his name is Mark, looked at him thoughtfully. He drew a bit closer and said, "Well, Rohan." So the name of the boy in this poem is Rohan, and his name of his friend is Mark. Then Mark said, I don't say I believe in it, but my cousin said it works." Now this Mark said to Rohan that I don't believe in this, but his cousin, Mark's cousin, said to Mark that there is no harm in trying. Do you think? So then Rohan said, "What trying?" Well, my cousin said, "If you really want something badly, all you have to do is to run around a banyan tree at midnight and chant 17 times, Unke Nanki Timponti." So his Mark's cousin said that if you want something very badly, means if you want something like Rohan wanted a table tennis set. So if you want something very badly, you must do something, that is you have to go around a banyan tree at midnight. You have to go around the banyan tree at midnight and you have to chant. You have to say 17 times, that is Unke Manke Timponti. Unke Manke Timponti. Right? So our subject is English and our unit is prose, and the subunit of our lesson is Unke Manke Timponto. Unke Munke Timpitu. Now you understood Unke Munke Timpitu. Now we listen what happened next, right? What happened next? I desperately wanted my wish to come true. Still I asked, why 17 times and why at midnight? So he wanted his dreams to come true, but still he asked more that why 17 times? Why I have to repeat that thing 17 times and why at midnight? Why should I do this at daytime? Why only at midnight? Then Mark replied, "Don't ask me," Mark replied. "Who was my best friend? That is how it is done, I suppose. Why not try it? It would not do any harm." So Mark said, "Don't ask this question, it will work. This works this time only. So we should not ask it and we should do it because there is no harm in doing this." I thought it was all nonsense. Besides, I couldn't think of any banyan tree in our neighborhood. There was one in old Mr. Grover garden, but who dared to enter this garden? Not me, and not at midnight. Mr. Grover had been the principal of our school till last year. So there was a banyan tree in the garden of Mr. Grover. Mr. Grover was who? The principal, the ex-principal of Rohan's school. He was very strict. And there was one old Mr. Grover garden who dared to enter this garden because he was very strict. So no one dared to enter this garden. One look from her piercing pale green eyes was enough to silence bullies like Rinkulal of class 8. So one look from Mr. Grover was enough to silence anybody, even Rinkulal from 10th A. Rinkulal, who was Rinkulal? He was the most naughty student in the school, and even the principal has dared, even the principal make him silence, right? Forget it, I said. However, I thought kept haunting me till the day before my birthday, and I just could not think of anything else. So no one said, forget it. He kept haunting me till the day before my birthday, and I just couldn't think of anything else. He couldn't think of anything else. He just only wanted a set of table tennis, and he wanted to go around that banyan tree and chant 17 times at midnight, unke munke timponti, right? Now see what happened. Okay, I said Mug, if you come along with me, I will go to Mrs. Grover garden tonight and do it. Then Rohan said to Mug that if you come with me at midnight, I will go to Mr. Grover garden and chant that thing 17 times. Now what happened next scene? Why should I come along? Asked Mug. Then Mug said, why should I come along? I have no secret wish. Mug do not want anything from that banyan tree. So why should he come? Come on, let us go and wish for my table tennis set. So at 10 times to 12, Mug and I met at the back of old Mrs. Grover's garden. We climbed and sat on the boundary wall. We looked into the garden, which lay dark and silent in the dim light of the moon. And there was a banyan tree, its aerial roots swaying in the gentle breeze of the night. We jumped down, reached the tree, and looked around carefully. So, come let us go and wish for my table tennis set, said Rohan. 10 times 12, Mug and I met back of the Mrs. Grover garden. So they were meeting at the back of the garden of Mrs. Grover. Then they climbed on the boundary wall and sat on the boundary wall. Then they went inside. So the banyan tree was like its aerial roots. You know the banyan tree has roots on it, its swinging roots. So it was swinging in the gentle breeze of the night. We jumped down. They all jumped down, reached the tree and looked around carefully, right? Imagine if she's awake. I whispered and pointed at Mr. Grover's house. So Rohan said, imagine if she's awake. We are in her ground doing something, and if she's awake, she will scold us very badly. Nobody is awake at the ghostly hour of the night, hissed Mug. Then Mug said, nobody is awake at midnight. Everyone might be sleeping, so nobody is awake. Now get going, run. I ran as fast as I could, chanting Unke Munke Timponte. So they were all running around the banyan tree and kept on chanting Unke Munke Timponte. I wish my wish is coming true, over and over again. I felt a bit scared. So he said, now my wish is going to be come true. And he was also very scared. That was why I tried to get it over quickly and increased my speed. I increased the chanting too, and all the while I went on listening to the sound of the night, a crackle here, a switch there. So he wanted to get it very fast. So what he did, he increased his speed and kept on chanting again and again, Unke Munke Timponte. And while I went on listening the sounds of the night crackle here, a swish, right? Now what happened? Suddenly a ferocious bark tore the stillness of the night. I froze. Inside Mr. Grover's house, light flashed on the back door was pushed open. Who is there? Called Mrs. Grover. Answer or I will send the dog at you. Now suddenly what happened? A ferocious bark tore the stillness of the night. So suddenly a sound came from the back of the night, and inside Mr. Grover's house light flashed on and back door was pushed. So the back door was open. Who is there? Called Mr. Grover. Mr. Grover called. Who is there? Answer or I will call the dog. He said, who is there? Who is standing there? Keep answer fast or I will call it. I will send this dog at you. Mug, I mumbled. Mug said, Mug, I mumbled. Say something. But Mug was climbing up the tree when I saw Mr. Grover bend down to unleash the dog. When Mug was standing there, when Mug was climbing up, Mug went up to the tree and Mr. Grover bent down to unleash the dog. Means Mr. Grover was bending down to unleash the dog, to unrelease the dog. I pleaded, I asked, I requested, I begged. Please don't send the dog at us. I will explain everything if you let me. Then Mug said, please don't release the dog. I will tell you everything. Please don't release the dog. Speak out soon, Mr. Grover shouted. Mr. Grover shouted at him. Speak out clearly. I told everything. I feared she might not believe me, but listen to me without interruption. I told her everything. I feared she might not believe me. Rohan said that she might not believe me, but listen to me without interruption. She just looked at me with the hard, light green eyes of hers, as if she was trying to see right into my heart. So when she was listening to me, I thought with her green eyes, she was listening to me like she's going through my heart. She is going listening through my heart, right? So we'll stop till here. We'll make this. We'll continue this lesson in the next chapter. Your homework is to read this chapter properly and underline all the hard words. And we'll continue this lesson in the next period. Thank you.